So we're back at the commission, day 22, and we started this morning, a long time ago this morning, with the Public Safety Office. And we learned right off the bat that the Public Safety Office are consumers of intelligence. They don't create intelligence. So question is, who do they gain intelligence from? And under cross-examination from Brendan Miller, we heard that what CSIS gathered, so Canada's intelligence agency, gathered that the Freedom Convoy and all of the convoys and all of the protests under Canada did not fall under the threat to national security under Section 2 of the CSIS Act. So that we learned. But yet, public safety is on the stand saying that although they don't gather intelligence, they consume intelligence. On their assessment, they said that the Emergencies Act was justified. And then under another cross-examination by Rob Kittredge, he put to them a document by the Liberal Research Bureau, who was justifying the Emergencies Act. So who are these people? What is this organization? And why on earth are elected officials listening to this group of people and not CSIS themselves? Very, very strange for that to happen, in my humble opinion. Then we had Global Affairs Canada on after that. And, you know, Global Affairs Canada is about affairs outside of Canada. And some of the concerns that Global Affairs raised were, she said, well, you know, it was some of the concerns that Ottawa residents had about the inconveniences and the nuisance. Well, that doesn't sound like a justification for Global Affairs Canada to get involved. Again, my opinion. And what else we learned is that there were no threats at all to any diplomats, and that was one of the things that the witness was talking about. Well, we were concerned about threats to diplomats and we had to legally take care of them. So under cross with Brendan Miller, were there any threats? Were any of the diplomats assaulted? No. But we heard about the illegal activity, and so Brendan Miller pressed her on that. What was illegal about the protest in Ottawa? And she said, well, somebody else would be better to answer that than me. But if you're going to go on the stand and say that there's something illegal, you might want to know what that is, especially if it's your federal government that's invoking the Emergencies Act. I think these are things you need to know.